Imagine finding a book that could unlock your soul's deepest secrets, a book hidden for decades, its pages heavy with truths about life, death, and what lies beyond. In 1962, in a dusty attic in Geneva, Switzerland, a young archivist named Anna Kessler unearths a wooden box, its lid etched with a faint circle like a compass to the unknown. Inside lies a diary, its leather cover worn, the handwriting unmistakable. It's Carl Jung's. The title, scrawled in ink, reads, "The Soul's Hidden Dimensions." This isn't just a journal. It's a map to places most of us never dare to go. Jung, the man who gave us the collective unconscious, Archetypes, spiritual science, wrote these words in private, as if guarding a sacred truth. Was he protecting this diary from the world, or waiting for someone like us to find it? In 1916, at the height of his inner turmoil, Jung began this journey. He writes, "I saw a tree last night, its roots sinking into a galaxy of stars. A voice said, 'You are not one, but many. Your soul is woven into eternity.' Jung believed our souls aren't alone. They're part of a vast collective consciousness, a shared river of human experience, flowing through time, connecting us to everyone who ever lived." What are these dimensions he speaks of? Not places you can map with a GPS, but realms of the soul, spaces where we confront our shadows, seek wholeness, maybe even glimpse the afterlife. Jung called this spiritual science, a quest to understand the soul's path, not with microscopes, but with courage. Anna, her hands trembling, reads on. Jung's words feel alive. The soul speaks in dreams. He writes, "To hear it, you must walk through fear. Courage is your only key." It's as if he's speaking to her, to you, to me. This diary is our guide. Over 10 episodes, we'll follow Jung's visions, from dark underworlds to cosmic bridges, each revealing a piece of the soul's journey. The afterlife, Jung believed, isn't a far-off heaven. It's a continuation, a step into the collective, where our souls carry their stories forever. Have you ever felt a connection you couldn't explain, a dream that felt bigger than you? That's where we're going. Jung's secret diary holds the clues, and we're unlocking it together. As Anna turns the page, a shadow stirs in Jung's words. A vision of a dark, endless sea waits, where the soul faces its first test. That's where we're headed next, a descent into the collective unconscious. Will you come along? Picture standing at the edge of an ocean, black and boundless, its waves whispering secrets you've always known but never named. Would you dive in? In 1916, Carl Jung did. Welcome back to his secret diary, where the soul's hidden dimensions call us deeper. Anna Kessler, in that Geneva attic, opens a page that pulls us into Jung's first vision, a plunge into the collective unconscious. This is the soul's first dimension, and it's not for the faint of heart. Jung writes, "I closed my eyes and sank into a sea of shadows. Faces rose, ancient, familiar, yet not my own. They were me, and I was them. This wasn't a dream, but a waking journey into the collective unconscious, a vast reservoir holding every human thought, fear, and hope since the beginning." Jung believed this is where our souls are born, connected to all who came before. Imagine it. A cavern stretches miles wide, lit by a faint, throbbing glow. Whispers fill the air, not words, but emotions, grief, joy, rage, all woven into one. Jung writes, "This is the soul's foundation, the root of our dreams." Spiritual science, for him, meant exploring this realm, not with tools, but with raw courage. Then a figure appears, cloaked in darkness, its eyes cold as winter. "I am your shadow." It says, "You cannot hide from me." Jung's heart races. This is his own darkness, his doubts, his shame. He writes, "To know the soul, I must face what I've buried." The collective unconscious, he believed, holds these shadows, and the afterlife begins here, where the soul confronts itself. Have you ever woken from a dream that felt too real, too heavy? Jung would say that's your soul touching this dimension, brushing the collective. Anna, reading by lamplight, feels a chill. Jung's note reads, "The afterlife is a return to this sea. The soul carries its shadows, ready to learn or wander." The page turns, and the darkness lifts. A new vision glimmers, a city of light, where the soul seeks something greater. Jung's journey is pulling him forward, and we're right behind. That city waits, radiant and strange, where Jung will face the self, the soul's truest form. It's a step toward wholeness, and it's calling us. Will you follow? What if you could see your soul, not broken or scattered, but whole, like a star burning bright? Welcome back to Carl Jung's Secret Diary, where the soul's hidden dimensions unfold. In 1917, Jung's visions carry him from the collective's dark sea to a golden city, glowing under an endless sky. This is the second dimension of the soul, the self. Get ready, folks. This is where everything starts to click. Anna Kessler, flipping through the diary, feels Jung's awe. "I walked through gates of gold into a city of light. Towers rose, etched with circles and stars. At the center, a figure stood, radiant, neither man nor woman. This is the self." Jung writes the archetype of unity, the soul's deepest truth. Unlike the ego, which pulls us apart, the self binds mind, heart, and spirit into one. Imagine standing there, the city humming with purpose. Jung feels a pull, like his soul's finally home. He writes, "The self is my guide, showing me who I could be in life and beyond." For Jung, this dimension is where the soul glimpses its potential, a balance that carries into the afterlife. Spiritual science isn't about theories here, it's about becoming whole. But it's not a free pass. Jung faces winding streets, mirrors reflecting his flaws, pride, fear, regret. He writes, "To find the self, I had to let go." Anna finds a sketch, a mandala, its spirals matching the city's heart. Jung's note hits hard. The afterlife needs wholeness. The self lights the way to what's next. He believed the soul visits this dimension after death, healing for the journey ahead. Have you ever had a moment when everything felt right? Like you were exactly where you're meant to be? Jung would say, that's the self calling. He leaves the city changed, a piece of that light now in him. The soul's work, he writes, is to become one, now and forever. The diary shifts, and a new vision stirs a misty lake, a figure waiting in the haze. Jung's soul is being pulled deeper into something raw and real. That lake is next, where the anima, the soul's emotional core, will challenge Jung to feel. It's a mirror he can't ignore, and it's waiting for us. Will you step closer? What if your soul could hold a mirror to your heart, showing every joy, every pain you've ever buried? Welcome back to Carl Jung's Secret Diary, where the soul's hidden dimensions keep pulling us in. In 1918, Jung's visions move from the city's glow to a misty lake, its surface hiding something powerful. This is the third dimension of the soul, the anima. Buckle up, folks. This one's gonna hit home. Anna Kessler, in that quiet attic, feels Jung's words tremble. A woman rose from the water, her eyes like mirrors holding my life. She said, "I'm your soul's other half." This is the anima. Jung writes the feminine spark in a man's psyche, the keeper of emotions and dreams. For women, it's the animus, the masculine side. Here, The soul faces what it's tried to hide. Imagine it. Mist swirls, the lake still as glass. The anima's voice cuts deep. You seek wisdom, but do you feel Jung, always the thinker, stumbles? She pulls him through memories. Love, shame, moments he thought were gone. He writes, the soul's not just brain, it's heart, tied to the collective forever. Spiritual science, for Jung, means facing that heart, no matter how much it hurts. Anna finds a sketch, the anima, her form shifting, now a mother, now a lover. Jung's note reads, the afterlife needs balance. Without the anima, the soul's incomplete. He believed our emotions shape what comes next, in life and beyond. The lake's a mirror, forcing Jung to see his fears, his unspoken hopes. He writes, to move on, I had to accept it all. Have you ever faced a truth that broke you open but made you stronger? That's the anima, stirring your soul. Jung steps from the lake, raw but alive, like he's found a missing piece. The anima, he writes, binds us to the collective, now and always. The diary turns, and a new heat rises, a desert, fierce and unforgiving, where something bold is waiting. Jung's soul is being tested again, in ways he never saw coming. That desert's calling, where the hero archetype will demand everything Jung's got. It's a fight for the soul, and we're right there with him. Will you face it too? What would you give to prove your soul's worth? To stand tall when everything's on the line? Welcome back to Carl Jung's Secret Diary, where the soul's hidden dimensions burn bright. In 1919, Jung's visions shift from the anima's misty lake to a blazing desert, stretching miles under a merciless sun. This is the fourth dimension of the soul, the hero. Get ready, folks. This is where courage takes over. Anna Kessler, lost in the diary, feels Jung's pulse. A warrior faced me, sword in hand, eyes like fire. He said, cross the chasm, or you're done. This is the hero archetype. Jung writes the spark of bravery in the collective unconscious, the drive to fight, to sacrifice. Here, the soul proves itself, for this life and the afterlife. Imagine it. The desert's heat chokes the air. A chasm yawns wide, a shadowy beast snarling on the other side. Jung's knees shake, but the hero's voice is cold. Act or you're nothing. Jung steps forward, fear heavy, will stronger. He writes, the hero's not just strength, it's choosing to move, even when you're scared. Spiritual science isn't about winning, it's about showing up. Anna finds a sketch, a sword, a beast, the chasm's edge. Jung's note cuts deep, the afterlife tests the soul's courage. Only the brave move on. He believed the soul carries its victories into other realms, shaped by the collective's hero tales. Think Achilles, Joan of Arc, all alive here. The desert feels eternal, Jung writes, like every fight echoes through time. Have you ever pushed through fear to do what's right? That's the hero in you, Jung would say. He crosses the chasm, bloodied but standing. The hero, he writes, lives in the collective, giving us strength from those who fought before. The diary shifts, and the desert's heat fades. A mountaintop rises, a temple waiting under the stars. Jung's soul is climbing higher, toward something ancient and wise. That temple's next, where the wise old man holds truths Jung can't ignore. It's a step toward eternity, and we're going with him. Will you climb too? What if you could sit with someone who knows the universe's secrets? Someone who sees your soul's past, present, and forever. Welcome back to Carl Jung's Secret Diary, where the soul's hidden dimensions keep unfolding. In 1920, Jung's visions rise from the desert's fire to a windswept mountaintop, where a stone temple glows. This is the fifth dimension of the soul, the wise old man. Settle in, folks. This is where truth gets real. Anna Kessler, in that attic, feels Jung's reverence. An old man sat by a fire, eyes like they've seen forever. He said, "Ask, and I'll answer." This is the wise old man. Jung writes the archetype of wisdom in the collective unconscious, holding every story, every insight humanity's ever known. Here, the soul learns its place in the eternal. Imagine it. The temple's walls pulse with ancient carvings. Jung, scarred from the hero's fight, asks, "What's the soul?" The old man's voice is calm, a piece of the divine, tied to the collective, free to wander. Jung writes, the soul's journey, life, death, afterlife is about understanding. Spiritual science, for him, is this search not for facts but for meaning. Anna finds a note. The afterlife's a school, not a finish line. The wise old man's the teacher. Jung believed the soul visits realms like this to grow, pulling wisdom from the collective. Think Socrates, Confucius, all alive here. But the old man warns, knowledge without heart's just noise. Have you ever felt a truth hit you, like it came from somewhere else? That's the wise old man, Jung would say. Jung leaves the temple, his mind buzzing, his soul steadier. The collective's a library, he writes, and the soul's its student. Always, the diary turns, and the temple's calm breaks. A forest looms, wild and shifting, with a laugh that twists the air. Jung's soul is stepping into chaos, and it's about to shake him up. That forest is calling, where the trickster waits to flip everything Jung knows. It's a wild ride, and we're along for it. Will you dive in? What if the truth about your soul hid behind a mask, laughing at every plan you've ever made? Welcome back to Carl Jung's Secret Diary, where the soul's hidden dimensions twist like a river in a storm. In 1921, Jung's visions tumble from the wise old man's steady temple into a forest where the air crackles with mischief. This is the sixth dimension of the soul, the trickster. Buckle up, folks. This one's gonna turn you inside out. Anna Kessler, hunched over the diary in that Geneva attic, feels a jolt in Jung's words. A figure darted through the trees. Now a man, now a shadow, its laugh sharp as a blade. It said, "You think you know yourself. Guess again." This is the trickster. Jung writes the archetype of chaos in the collective unconscious, the one who shatters illusions to reveal what's real. Here, the soul faces its own lies, learning to dance with the unexpected. Picture it. The forest pulses, branches twisting, paths vanishing. The trickster's eyes glint, and suddenly it wears Jung's face, mocking his voice. "You're so serious. Carl, loosen up." Jung freezes, heart pounding. The figure shifts, a fox, a child, his own father, dead for years. Jung writes, the trickster's chaos cuts deep. It shows you the self you hide. Spiritual science, for him, isn't about control, it's about surrendering to this wild truth. Then a twist. The trickster leads Jung to a clearing where a mirror stands, its surface swirling. Jung sees himself not the scholar, but a boy, lost and afraid, crying for his father. The trickster whispers, "You've carried this pain your whole life. Face it, or I'll trap you here." Jung's pen shakes to move forward. I had to feel what I'd forgotten. Anna finds a sketch, a fox with human eyes, the mirror behind it. Jung's note reads, "The afterlife's unpredictable. The trickster preps the soul for its curves." He believed the soul needs this lesson. Drawing from the collective's trickster tales, Loki, Anansi, all teaching resilience. The forest feels alive, Jung writes, like chaos is a friend, not a foe. Have you ever been blindsided by a truth that set you free? That's the trickster, Jung would say, shaking your soul awake. Jung steps from the mirror, lighter, almost laughing. The trickster's a gift, he writes. It breaks you to make you whole, in life and beyond. Anna turns the page, the attic humming with a strange energy. The forest's wild pulse softens, and a new vision glows, a meadow under stars, where something tender waits. Jung's soul is reaching for hope, pulling us along. That meadow's calling, where the divine child holds a light Jung can't resist. It's a chance to start anew, and we're right there with him. Will you step into that glow? What if your soul could wipe the slate clean, not erasing the past, but carrying its lessons into a new dawn? Welcome back to Carl Jung's Secret Diary, where the soul's hidden dimensions shimmer like a promise. In 1922, Jung's visions shift from the trickster's chaotic forest to a meadow glowing under a star-filled sky, where a faint light pulses. This is the seventh dimension of the soul, the divine child. Open your heart, folks. This is where hope takes root. Anna Kessler, lost in the diary's pages in that Geneva attic, feels a warmth in Jung's words. A child stood before me, barely 3 feet tall, radiating light, clutching a seed. It whispered, "Plant this, or you'll never grow." This is the divine child. Jung writes the archetype of rebirth in the collective unconscious, the spark of possibility that lives in every soul. Here, the soul finds the courage to begin again, in this life and the afterlife. Picture it. The meadow stretches soft and endless, stars twinkling like they're singing. The child's eyes hold no blame, only a quiet knowing. Jung, raw from the trickster's mirror, feels his chest loosen. The child points to a stream, and Jung sees his life, not the failures, but the moments he felt alive, a childhood laugh, a lover's touch. Then, a twist, the child's voice sharpens. "You've forgotten how to dream. Carl, take this seed, or you're stuck." Jung's hand trembles as he writes, "The soul's not done, it's always ready for a new chapter." This is spiritual science, folks, not some dusty theory, but a call to rediscover your soul's potential. Anna finds a sketch, a child, light spilling from its hands, the seed glowing. Jung's note hits deep, the afterlife's a new beginning. The divine child lights the way. He believed the soul visits realms like this meadow to heal. Drawing from the collective stories, think young Jesus, baby Krishna, all whispering renewal. Have you ever felt a moment where the world felt fresh, like you could start over? That's the divine child, Jung would say, nudging your soul awake. Jung buries the seed and a sapling rises, its leaves brushing the stars. The soul's promise, he writes, is to be reborn, no matter what's come before. Anna pauses, the attic alive with a gentle hum. The meadow's glow lingers in Jung's words, but a new vision blooms, a garden, lush and vibrant, where a nurturing presence waits. Jung's soul is being drawn to something deeper, something that feels like coming home. That garden's calling, where the Great Mother will cradle Jung's soul in a love bigger than life. It's a step toward eternity, and we're right there with him. Will you walk into that embrace? What if your soul could be wrapped in a love so deep it heals every wound you've ever carried? Welcome back to Carl Jung's Secret Diary, where the soul's hidden dimensions bloom like a long-forgotten promise. In 1923, Jung's visions flow from the divine child's starlit meadow into a garden bursting with life, where a presence radiates warmth across miles of green. This is the 8th dimension of the soul, the Great Mother. Take a deep breath, folks. This is where you come home. Anna Kessler, cradling the diary in that Geneva attic, feels Jung's words like a soft embrace. A woman stood among roses, her eyes holding a love vaster than the earth. She said, "My child, you're enough." This is the Great Mother. Jung writes the archetype of nurturing in the collective unconscious, the wellspring of care, protection, and belonging. Here, the soul finds the strength to face life and the afterlife, whole and unafraid. Picture it. The garden hums, vines curling, a river whispering, flowers swaying under a golden sun. Jung, still glowing from the divine child's hope, feels his oldest fears dissolve. The Great Mother's touch is light, but it carries him back to a memory he'd buried his mother's voice, singing him to sleep as a boy. Then, a jolt, she speaks. "You've run from love, Carl, afraid it would break you. Let it in, or you'll wander forever." Jung's pen falters as he writes, "The soul lives on love. Without it, it's just a shadow." This is spiritual science. Folks, not some abstract idea, but the truth that love is the soul's anchor. Anna finds a sketch, a woman, arms open, the garden alive around her. Jung's note reads, "The afterlife's a return to this love. The Great Mother holds us all." He believed the soul seeks this haven after death. Drawing from the collective's nurturing figures, think Gaia, the Virgin Mary, all woven into this archetype. Have you ever felt a moment of peace, like the world was holding you close? That's the Great Mother, Jung would say, cradling your soul. Jung lingers in her presence, tears falling, feeling seen for the first time. She's the soul's heart, he writes, rooting us to the collective, in life and beyond. Anna turns the page, the attic thick with a quiet reverence. The garden's warmth lingers, but Jung's words shift. A vast expanse opens, stars pulsing with a call to something infinite. His soul is stepping toward the final truth, and it's pulling us along. That cosmic expanse lies ahead, where the afterlife itself will unfold before Jung, a bridge to eternity. It's the last step of his journey, and we're right there with him. Will you cross into that light? What if your soul's story stretched beyond time, woven into a tapestry that never fades? Welcome back to Carl Jung's Secret Diary, where the soul's hidden dimensions have carried us to the edge of forever. In 1924, Jung's visions rise from the Great Mother's nurturing garden to a cosmic expanse, where a bridge of light spans a universe of stars. This is the ninth dimension of the soul, the afterlife. Hold tight, folks. This is where the journey finds its truth. Anna Kessler, trembling in that Geneva attic, opens the diary's final page. Jung's words pulse with wonder. I stood on a bridge of light, stars all around. Their song, a truth I've always known. This is the soul's home. This is the afterlife. Jung writes, not a distant shore, but a state where the soul merges with the collective unconscious, yet holds its own spark. Picture it. The bridge glows, stretching miles across a shimmering void. Jung sees figures, his mother, his patients, strangers from centuries past, all part of the collective. Then, a shock, a child appears, his own younger self, smiling, unafraid. The boy whispers, "You've carried me all this way, Carl, now let me lead." Jung's heart cracks open as he writes, the soul doesn't end. It weaves through dimensions, learning, loving, always becoming. This is spiritual science. Folks, not a final answer, but a vision of the soul's eternal path. Anna finds a note. The afterlife's a cycle, not a stop. The soul rests, grows, chooses again. Jung believed the soul carries its entire journey shadows, courage, love into new realms, guided by the collective's archetypes, the shadow, the self, the anima, all here, eternal. The bridge, he writes, feels like a vow, a path that never fades. Have you ever felt a moment where time stopped and you knew you were part of something bigger? That's your soul on this bridge, Jung would say. He steps forward, the child's hand in his, at peace. We're never alone, he writes. The collective binds us in life, death, and beyond. Anna closes the diary, the attic still yet humming with Jung's truth. His journey through dark seas, golden cities, misty lakes, blazing deserts, ancient temples, wild forests, glowing meadows, vibrant gardens. And now this bridge maps the soul's hidden dimensions. The diary ends, but its question echoes, what's your soul's forever? And so, folks, our time with Jung's Secret Diary comes to a close. But your soul's story, it's just beginning. The dimensions we've walked, from the collective unconscious to the afterlife, live inside you, waiting for your courage, your love, your truth. Thank you for sharing this journey. Will you carry Jung's light into your own eternal path?